Whenever people tell me they're planning a solo trip and they are wondering which country should I go to, the answer cannot be easier. If you are planning a solo trip to Japan, this is probably the best decision you've ever made. I know how you feel, you're really excited, like, wow, what is there to come? When I solo traveled to Japan last year, I saw many things that made me feel like, wow, Japan is designed for solo travelers. I really want to share 5 reasons why Japan is one of the best destinations for your solo trip. And within these reasons, I hope there's some extra information that will help you plan your trip even better. I also want to say that this video is not just for solo travelers. If you're traveling in a group, this video will still be quite insightful for your trip. Also, I want to stress that this video is based on my own opinions. Use it solely as inspiration for your travel plans. I encourage you to do further research on the things mentioned so you can tailor your trip to your specific needs and preferences. And if you have any questions or different viewpoints, please share them in the comments below. Okay, let's continue. When I'm solo traveling, one thing I do worry about is the cost of accommodation. Regular hotels can be pretty expensive, and there's no one to share the cost with. But in Japan, you don't have to worry about it, which brings me to reason number 1. Japan has many affordable options for accommodation. Let me tell you, even in Tokyo, the most expensive part of Japan, there are many budget-friendly options for you to choose from. One of the well-known options is the capsule hotels. I would say that capsule hotels are great if you're staying for like 1 to 2 nights, or if you're a backpacker and you are not carrying that many things. Why do I say 1 to 2 nights? Because capsule hotels usually have a separate locker for your luggage, so if you're staying for more than 2 nights, it might be kind of a hassle. Apart from capsule hotels, there are also hostels that give you a private room with shared toilets and showers. I personally prefer this option because you can have your luggage in your private room. And one thing I love about hostels is that they have coin laundries within the building or nearby. Another scenario is that if you are arriving to Japan very late, like 10 to 11 p.m., I highly recommend using an internet cafe. In Japan, internet cafes offer a completely different experience because you can have a small private room all to yourself. The room includes a computer for the internet, watching movies. It has space to store your luggage, an adjustable chair or mattress for you to lie down so that you can rest after your long flight to Japan. They also have showers for you to use. It's basically a hotel at this point. The internet cafe reception is open 24/7, unlike capsule hotels and hostels. There is no reservation required, and you can pay by the hour, which can be way cheaper than paying for a whole night of accommodation. This is the best part. Most of these internet cafes provide free drinks, food, ice cream. It's heaven. I cannot wait to stay in one during my next trip. That video is coming. I also want to mention that these internet cafes are very near train stations, shops, restaurants. Usually those busy areas, you will find internet cafes. This makes it very easy to go out and explore the nightlife in Japan. In other countries, going out alone at night isn't such a good idea, but not in Japan. Which brings me to reason number 2, Japan's high level of safety. You might already know that Japan has a very low crime rate compared to other countries. This means that you can explore the cities at night all by yourself with peace of mind. And this pairs very well with the fact that the nightlife in Japan is amazing, like going to Shibuya Crossing at night with all the neon lights and enjoying a late night meal. Even though Japan is pretty safe, there will always be a few exceptions. I have a video about travel tips in Japan, which includes things you should be careful about, which you can find in the description and the end of this video. Apart from being a safe country, which brings me to reason number 3, Japan is the land of convenience. As a solo traveler, you will realize the sheer amount of things you have to do by yourself. These conveniences that Japan offers are just so helpful when I'm feeling really tired. One aspect is how punctual and extensive the public transportation is. Especially in big cities like Tokyo and Osaka, the public transport system is top-notch. The thing about train stations in Japan is that they have so many exits. And there's a reason for it. These exits make the train station accessible from more places, which means that you can get to your destination from the train station in a more efficient manner. In the big cities, you will find that many shops will be open till late at night, Plus, there are convenience stores and vending machines available 24/7. And they are everywhere. Like, just look at how many there are in Japan. Literally, wherever you are, you can walk to a convenience store. I found them really useful, especially when it's late at night and I just want some food. Speaking of food, the fourth reason is why solo travelers will have it so easy. Japan is the land of solo dining. Many restaurants are designed to serve single diners. One example is counter seats. When you're in Japan, you will realize that many restaurants have counter seats. Some restaurants are so small, they only have counter seats. As a solo diner, you will definitely not feel out of place. Many people in Japan eat alone, and it's completely normalized. Honestly, this is like introvert heaven. I think I enjoy food the most when I'm eating by myself. Like, who else can relate? Let me know in the comments. Not only do people in Japan eat alone, they also watch the movies alone, they sing karaoke alone, they do many things alone. And I think as a solo traveler, you really find the beauty of doing things by yourself, which brings me to the fifth and final reason. I personally feel that solo traveling to Japan is a great way for self-discovery and personal growth. During my time in Japan, I could tell that people were very respectful of personal space and not letting their actions affect other people. This creates an environment where it's very calm and peaceful, which really helps you with self-reflection and deep thought. There were also moments during my trip that pushed me to step out of my comfort zone. Like, I remembered ordering ramen from this really intimidating ramen shop. They are known for scolding you if you don't follow the procedures, but I really wanted to eat this ramen, so I challenged myself to line up and go through the ordering procedures. And turns out all the fears that I had completely didn't happen. The only mistake I made was to not have 1,000 yen notes, which the machine only accepts. And the owner had no problem changing my bigger notes for smaller ones, and that's it. Through that experience, not only did I overcome my fears, I also enjoyed a very nice bowl of ramen. By the way, this store is called Ramen Jiro, and they have several branches in Tokyo. The stuff can be quite intimidating, but if I can get through it, so can you. Anyways, I hope this video gives you a better idea about solo traveling in Japan and what you can gain from it. Knowing that Japan is not only a safe and convenient place, but also a great place to self-reflect and step out of your comfort zone. If you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button so that I can make more videos like this, and check out my other Japan travel guides that can help you prepare for your trip. Also, if you have any questions about planning your trip, you can send me a message on Instagram, and I will help you as much as I can. Happy solo travels!